Hello everybody, it's me again, Laura, and I didn't actually do a lot of vlogging week 2 of Camp NaNo. That's because I'm both lazy and productive. I finished my book on the 8th or the 9th, or the 10th, maybe the 9th, and then I got it printed out because that's how I like to do my revision. I like to read through and do stuff, and then I was kind of on a high from finishing the book and having it in front of me like this, with all the words and problems it has, and then I gave myself a little break, which didn't really fit into the revision plan because I forgot you need a little bit of a break once you finish the book. I don't take a huge break like some people say, put your book away for 12 weeks, whatever it is, some large amount of weeks, but I don't really do that, but I do put it down for a little while. But I forgot that, so when I did my little Camp NaNo plan, I was like, finish the book, start revising, which is not, it's not a plan. I mean, is it a plan? It is a plan, but it's not my plan. But it is done, it is here, it has a lot of problems, and that also is why I didn't immediately vlog again, because I began to doubt everything about what I had done, because immediately I was like, oh, oops, it's a little windy, sorry. Windy. Is this too windy? I don't know. So I began to doubt everything I had done because immediately, basically almost right when I finished it, I was like, not right when I finished it, the next day, I thought, oh crap, I forgot this whole chapter I need to include before my epilogue chapter because I don't explain the logistics of how certain characters end up where they end up. Major oops there. So I wrote that down, and then I wrote down big notes that I thought of right off the top of my head for things I wanted to adjust. And then as I continued to reflect after I had the satisfaction of finishing start to wear off, I thought, oh no, is this a big pile of crap? Have I written garbage? Let's back up. I feel like before you write a book and you're outlining, you have this beautiful dream that it's all going to come out wonderfully, and even as you're writing it, you have moments where you think, oh, I'm definitely creating the thing I envisioned. And then when you finish it, the shine starts to wear off, and you're like, were all those words I speed crafted, in fact? The answer is I don't know. So now it is Sunday, April 18th, and I think today is the day I pick up the book and begin my read through, and I thought I would go over my revision plans. So Camp NaNo has kind of gone off the rails, but I'm just gonna call the month Camp NaNo because it makes me feel productive, and hey, I finished a freaking first draft, which is just great. And so yeah, let's dive into how I plan to tackle this revision in the remains of Camp NaNo. We're gonna make a revision battle plan. You can see the little red dot from my camera reflecting in the whiteboard, but let's do a revision battle plan. Okay, so we're going to write down our revision battle plan instead of engaging in chaos, which is what my first instinct was, and just grabbing things that I need from around the room. We're gonna make a plan, stick to the plan, do the plan. So revision battle plan. This is a tiny knife because I'm gonna kill it. Here is my revision battle plan. Step 1, we are going to gather supplies. Number 2, we are going to read through our printed manuscript, making only big picture and glaring structural edit notes. These big structural notes will also include things like, do I really need all these characters? Are these events unfolding in the order in which they should be unfolding? This is not a sentence, or this is not punctuation, or you have invented a new way to write sentences and punctuation. You are missing a chapter here. This chapter is boring. This character is boring. This writing is terrible. 3, decide whether or not it's in okay enough shape to send to unfortunate critique partners and a beta reader for a first reaction. This may not be possible if it's too big of a mess, but I also would like some feedback on just whether the story as a whole is working, but we're gonna see. So evaluation. 4, consider the re-outlining method of revision in which you re-outline the book based on your memory, and then this way you can see sort of the big picture pieces that are working well enough that you remember them, see if you remember all the characters, And you can also tweak things and insert things into the outline that were missing from your manuscript. So you can outline the book you wish you had written instead of the book you have written. So we'll consider this. I'm going to say consider this because I don't do this and I've never tried it. But I like the idea, so we're going to consider that after the evaluation. Please ignore the dog growling. So once I get to this point, I question everything, wonder if I'm ruining the book. After that, I should probably include that on the list, but I think I'll remember. I decide whether or not to apply these notes first before passing it off to readers. Because when I question everything, I've had an experience in the past with my last book where I did some editing before anyone read it, and then I just forever questioned whether or not I ruined the book. I think I would like someone to read the pile, if they are willing to read the pile, before I make any of my big decisions. So let's say, like, beg someone to read mess book. Because after finishing my last book, I've lost a little confidence in my ability to self-edit, self-revise, which is fine. I'll regain it. It's cool, but I just need someone to give me that little boost of confidence that tells me my instincts aren't totally wrong. So if you have someone who's willing to read like your absolute trash fire of a book before you apply any of these big things, go for it. Then I will begin my editing in earnest once I have like a confirmation I'm not totally wildly off base, and that's when I will do my read-throughs and do different passes. So I will do plot pass, character pass, conflict pass, romance pass, pacing pass, etc., etc. And then I will do the edits on those passes. And then at that point, I think I should have a draft that I'll be more comfortable letting multiple people just dive on in and read instead of being tentative and being like, is this total garbage? I'll be more confident it's probably not garbage. And that's a good place to be in. So I think this is going to be my revision plan. Through talking it out, I've realized I am feeling a little hesitant. I'm feeling some self-doubt. So I do want to beg someone to read. And this could actually even happen up here. It could happen anywhere in here. It's not like I'm totally against myself here, but I'm just feeling it's been a while since I've jumped into a revision. It's been a while since I felt confident in my revision skills. I'm just questioning a lot of things. I think you can see the panic in my eyes, perhaps, or the panic in my voice, the panic in my explanations. So I do want to read the book because the farther I get away from it, the more I think I'm like, oh no, this is a terrible book. But I think it's actually a pretty good book. It might even be a great book. And I think it just needs a little work. So I just need to read the book and reinstill that sense of, I did a good job. I know how to write. This is a good book. You did good, kid. You did good, kid, to my brain. I think I'm rambling because I'm scared of book. But there's no need to be scared. Book came from here, here, here. It's gonna be okay. I just need to be a little more confident. I need to be a little forgiving. I need to be nice to myself. But you also gotta be mean, honest, tough, blunt. But give yourself a break because, hey, you wrote a manuscript. That's super cool. And it's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. I'm gonna go pray to the power of the list. The list will deliver. Let's do it. Okay, I lied because before the list truly begins, I know what everyone's waiting to see. It's how are my plants doing? Because this is now Monday. And I need to really transfer these. Look at these freaking radishes. I've got a pea shoot. I have two little carrot guys working hard. I'm very proud of my 3 cucumber doodads because it's all happening for them. And look at these lettuces flourishing. I can learn a lot from these vegetables in my garden. My tomatoes are not sprouting yet, but I have confidence in them. I am like a tomato. I may take a little time, but eventually I grow and change and learn. Takes me a little longer than some of the other vegetables, but I get there eventually, and it's about the journey, right? It's about the climb. So this little tomato, She's gonna see the sunshine soon, but right now she's in the dirt. She's clawing her way out, and soon she will be a mighty, sunshiny tomato. Because I have confidence in her. She's a great tomato. You'll see a grape tomato or a great tomato. Maybe both. We'll see. But we're gonna see because she's gonna flourish. She's gonna flourish. Let's go flourish. Supplies necessary for revision. A notebook, Post-its, several highlighters. I have a pen, my laptop. I have, of course, the manuscript, coffee, phone for when I get bored / want musical accompaniment, these ridiculous hand warmers. I'm ready to revise. 83,000 words, first draft. Let's do it. So you can't hear it now because I just thought I recorded, but I did not record. Someone was actually jackhammering right outside my window, probably my neighbor's house or on the street. But I was saying I was pleasantly surprised by the first 30 pages. The pacing is good. It's amusing, entertaining, old doubts sinking, confidence rising. This is how I hoped it would go. I think my stronger doubts lie later in the story, but I'm pretty pleased so far. I thought, the jackhammering has also paused, so I was complaining, saying I had to then also rise above that. More obstacles to rise. Today's all about rising. But they've stopped, so maybe that's a good sign. The camera's about to die, so I'm going to charge that, keep reading, see how far I get. But so far, 30 pages in, and it's not too shabby. He's working really hard, too, as you can see. He's providing emotional support. You can hear the jackhammering now. And the phone's ringing. It's the perfect storm. But I'm going to overcome. I might have to relocate to the other side of the house because not the ideal soundtrack for reading. But this book's pretty good. I definitely would keep reading my book if I picked it up off a shelf. So that's cool. Jackhammering ain't gonna stop me. So I guess nothing's gonna stop me today. And here we are, days later. Hit some bumps, hit some snags. The jackhammering continued, but I've done it. I read the book, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I was pleasantly surprised to find out it wasn't as messy as I thought it would be. I'm feeling better about the whole thing. I have a couple things I see I need to fix. I mean, more than a couple. Overall, I did not do a half bad job on my rough draft. Check that one off the old board, and I did gather the supplies. So now I'm going to be putting together my notes I wrote in my margins. I'm gonna go through and make myself an edit letter and then do my evaluation, and I think I can actually send this off to people to read sooner than later. So exciting! Hopefully I'll get back on track with vlogging. It's just been tough month. Obstacles of all sorts, but I'm gonna hop back on the vlogging / video making pony. Because that's what we do with ponies. We are nice to them, and they're nice to us. And that's the way ponies should be. So I'll see you next time with another video about reading or writing or something fun.